Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another watch along. Hopefully, everything technically is okay. I've had some issues with the sound, but I don't know. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. That's all that really matters, to be honest. Can't hear myself, but it is what it is. Big up everybody in the chat. Let me know if everything's working okay audio-wise. We got a double watch along today. We got a double header. It's not easy in these streets. All right, we have to keep an eye on. There's so many games. You know, I wish I could cover more. I'm not going to lie. There's so many games. There's Brighton versus Newcastle going on. Newcastle versus Brighton going on right now. There's another Europa League game as well. So there's so much going on. And I wish graphically I could do 4 games at once, but it's literally not possible. It's not feasible. So we're just going to stick to these 2 today because obviously Jose Mourinho versus Xabi Alonso. There's some good players on this pitch. We've got some, former player in Abraham on this pitch as well. Diaby, Frimpong's on there as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that clash. And as well, on top of that, we've got obviously West Ham, Lawless. His life is on the line today. Lawless's life is on the line today because he needs this more than anybody. He needs this more than you can believe. He needs this result. If West Ham go through to the final, they're almost there. They're almost there in terms of winning European silverware. I mentioned it to Turkish today, and obviously he was quick to remind me that Arsenal won the Cup Winners' Cup. But it's not recent. Do you know what I mean? Like European heritage and whatnot, Tottenham will have no legs to stand on. Thabz will be in a lot of trouble. So, yeah, man. Hopefully it'll be a good game. Poch is already sorting out the clear out. Fuad was right. Well, listen, he's not even been announced yet, but we've managed to get, obviously, that Loftus-Cheek news that came in today, which was good to see. I'm not sure what channel any of these are on, so you're going to have to bear with me on that front. Yeah, I'm going to have to Google what channels everything. I'm guessing BT are covering everything, but I'm not sure what channels are what at this point. Literally only just managed to get settled down. But yeah, listen, Loftus-Cheek, that's the first one. And then we go again and again and again and again and again. There's a lot of players that need to leave, man. So it's going to take a while to get them all done. So yeah, we got the first one in, which is good, but we can't rest on our laurels there. We have to keep it going because there's so many sales that need to be made. Like I'm trying to be hearing about a sale every couple of days. That's how quick it needs to be. Like there's no time for emotions. Oh, why is this one going? It should have been this one first. I'm not interested. Just get it done. Get it done. It looks like West Ham are playing on BT Sport 1. I'm not sure about where Bayer, Leverkusen and Roma are playing, so we'll keep an eye on that. Of course, we have to already keep players moving out. I think, yeah, Loftus-Cheek seems to be close to going to AC Milan. That was in my last video there. And yeah, on to the next. Literally on to the next. Like, as I said in my video, like we don't have time to waste. He's a squad player. He doesn't really have any real chance of starting games, to be honest, if we're actually up in the level of the team like we should. And then on top of that as well, you take a look at the arrivals of Gusto, Angelo Santos, and a few others. There really is just there's no time to waste. There's no time to play games. So I look forward to seeing him at AC Milan, to be honest, and hopefully he gets game time. I'm sure he will. Right? He could even be a starter in that team. I think him, Leao, and Theo Hernandez on that one side would be potentially really, really good. So yeah, looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it. All right, let me get these scores on the screen for you guys. That's not in place. Lineups on your screen, of course, as well, for these 2 games. In terms of who am I recognizing out of that AZ Alkmaar team, I think it's just Classy. I think it's just Classy that I recognize. I think he used to play for Everton, I think, when they had a little Dutch midfield going on with Koeman. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not recognizing anybody else. West Ham's team, very, very strong. This is all they're fighting for the rest of the season. Nemanja Matic is on there for Roma as well. So a couple of former players in that team with Abraham. But yeah, Spinazzola, brilliant Euros, I remember, before a big injury, I believe, in that left wing back spot. I think it's a 3-5-2 from Mourinho. Belotti starts. Where's Dybala, guys? Is Dybala injured for this game? Let me know in the comments. What's going on with Dybala? I thought Dybala would usually be starting next to Abraham, unless I've missed. He must have been. Maybe he's injured. I'm guessing. Maybe he's injured. Listen, there's only so many games. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like with Brighton are going to be playing a lot. They've got obviously a game at the week. I think they play on Monday. Let's take a look. I'm going to be covering a lot of Brighton because they play quite a lot of times. So that's why I decided to leave them out for today. Purely because they play, obviously they play tonight against Newcastle, but then they also play on Sunday against Southampton, and then they play against Man City on next Wednesday. We're going to definitely be covering that. So that's a Brighton game in there. And then obviously they play on the final day of the season like everybody else. So yeah, we watched them against Arsenal. I'm going to watch them against City. So I decided to give myself a break of Brighton, but they're probably going to play some great football, and we'll keep updated with the scores. But this is my last chance to. I didn't get to. The reason why is also I didn't get to watch the first leg of either of these games. I didn't cover it, and I didn't obviously cover the first leg of Juventus Sevilla either. So I feel like I have to do a Europa League / Conference League second leg. Otherwise, we've completely missed all of the semi-finals. So yeah, let's see. Man said, "God bless you." Let's see. Yeah, listen, you're going to get some great player comps of Loftus-Cheek, but you know what it is. Reality-wise, it is what it is. If Joe's wins back-to-back European titles, he will be Roma's greatest ever manager. I really would like him to do it, 100%. If he can win, you know, a Europa League that after winning the Conference League, that's brilliant. That really is brilliant, I must say. What channel is the Newcastle Brighton game on anyway? Is it on Sky Sports? I'm guessing probably is, isn't it? Let me take a look. Or maybe what I'll do, I'll add it into the title, and we'll add it in as our third game that we'll watch, because it probably will be a good game. So therefore we've got one. Yeah. So then we've got one Conference League, one Europa League, one Premier League game. Let me see if I can add it in to the title. It's not going to be on the thumbnail, but let's see. Is there space? If there's space, it shall be done. I think there's going to be space. Yeah, there's space. All right, cool. We'll add Newcastle and Brighton to this. I'll see if I can get a third screen up. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's do it. Cool. Yeah. So Newcastle versus Brighton on Sky. We'll go between Roma, Brighton, Newcastle, West Ham. We'll go between the games. We'll see what games are looking good as we're watching them. But yeah, they're all going to get some attention. And it's on BT. What, Sky and BT at the same time? It's a bit mad. He's a Europa League merchant, can't do anything in the league. He's a European merchant? Listen, if he takes it to Champions League next year and he goes 1-1-1, then it ain't going to be a problem. People been saying Joe's has passed it for the last 5 years, yet the man is on the verge of back-to-back European finals. Let's see if he can get the job done today. I think he's 1-0 up from the first game. I'm not going to be able to do a FIFA stream tomorrow, unfortunately. I'm going to be in Manchester all day long. First time going up to Manny. I'm going to be collabing with Big Steve, going to be collabing with Saeed in person. I thought, listen, we play Man City and Man United back-to-back. Both the games are in Manchester at Etihad and Old Trafford. It'd be crazy not to go up there and get some good content. So yeah, I decided that tomorrow is a Manchester day instead. Let's see. You want Joe's to win back-to-back so he can have a big mouth, because he always has something to say. Listen, it will be primetime TV if this guy can do it and win the Europa League. The Europa League will be a big achievement, man. That's qualification for the Champions League. I think they're in. Let me see where they are in Serie A at the moment. I'm not actually sure. They are. Where are they in Serie A? Roma are. They're 6th in Serie A, and they're 6 points off top 4. Lazio is holding that 4th spot, so they kind of need to win it if they want to secure Champions League football. They do need to win the Europa League, judging by that table, and there's not many games to go, of course. So yeah, man. Listen, Jose Mourinho, he's a serial winner. Now, obviously, what level he's winning at is up for debate, but he's winning, and that's all that matters, really. He's getting the job done. This guy's not playing around, so I'm always happy to see Jose Mourinho winning. I'm glad that it's no longer a conversation about him doing it at Tottenham. That was the only problem I had, and obviously Man United. Now that he's not at those clubs, I'm cool. Do you know what I mean? I'm very, very calm now. I can be happy for him. let's see. So yeah, Newcastle versus Brighton, Bayer Leverkusen versus Roma, and it's Alkmaar versus West Ham. All right, cool. Let's get predictions going, guys. I will have the Newcastle Brighton game up. I know it's not on the thumbnail, but I'm gonna have the 3 games going because it seems like, listen, Newcastle Brighton is going to be a good game. So there's no point pretending that it isn't worth covering. It definitely is. Newcastle, I'm going to go over Newcastle versus Brighton poll first. I'm going to go through lineups as well. I think that game is kicking off in 7 minutes time. So we're definitely going to be getting the first half an hour of that game in immediately. And then the Europa League and Conference League will start at 8 o'clock. So we're going to start the Newcastle kind of part of this from the get-go. But let me get the poll going. Lineups. Let's go through lineups in that game as well. 7 minutes to kick off. So what have we got here? For Newcastle, we got Pope in goal, Trippier, Sarr, we got Botman, Byrne, Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes, Willock, Almiron, Wilson, and Isak on the left wing. So yeah, pretty much probably their strongest team they can pick from. Gordon, St. Maximum on the bench again. As options out wide, Jamal Lewis is there as well. And this Brighton team, Jason Steele, who's 32 years old. Some people thought he was a wonder kid on Twitter. He's really not. McAllister's been rested, unless he's coming from an injury. I don't know, a knock. I don't know what the pre-match press conference was saying for this game, but McAllister's on the bench. Ferguson's on the bench as well. And Suso's on the bench. So wow, there's some rotation going on at Brighton, man. Matoma starts. Undave starts in the 10. Mad. Welbeck starts as well. Gilmore and Caicedo in the midfield. Pascal Gross is going back to right back. They've made a change in defense as well, Brighton. No Levi Colwell in the squad. Don't know where he's gone. No Webster. He is not here down as an injury. Solly March is out. I don't know what's happened with Webster. I don't know what's happened with Colwell. Longstaff is out. Ritchie and Lascelles, of course, for Newcastle. And yeah, there's a new guy at centre-back called Van Hecke. Next to Dunk, Estepanan is at left-back. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. But last time they made rotations, they won 6-0 against Wolves. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll go through the Premier League table in a minute. But literally, they're on the cusp of qualification for the top 4, Newcastle. If I just take a look at the Premier League table, we'll go through the aggregate scores as well. West Ham are 2-1 up, I believe, from the first leg. And like I said, Roma 1-0 up from the first leg as well. Juventus versus Sevilla tonight as well. We'll keep an eye on that score, what's going on there. Let's see. Get your predictions in on the poll. Newcastle, 3rd place with 66 points, level with Manchester United, 35 games played. They've got a game in hand on Liverpool, both of them. So they're both in a situation that is similar. Newcastle could go 4 points clear of Liverpool with 2 games left if they win this. So there'll be 1 win away after this if they get the job done against Brighton. Man United, same circumstance. Brighton in 6th, 58 points, 1 point clear of Tottenham with 2 games in hand. Pretty big gap to Liverpool, to be fair. They're not going to be in 5th. So the race for 6th is between Brighton, Tottenham, and Aston Villa. 1 point separating the 3 teams, with Brighton having a couple of games in hand on both of them. Obviously, the other game in hand is against Man City next week on Wednesday, which we'll cover. And it should be interesting to see if Brighton can lock that position down. They should do it from that position. Yeah, Enciso was on the bench against Chelsea. He loves to come off the bench and do a madness. Listen, I said on DR today that on the preview show, I expected them to rotate. They got 4 games in the space of 2 weeks. They got midweek games. They're going to rotate. They're going to rotate. De Zerbi's already shown that he's got trust in some of the players in the peripheral part of the squad. So yeah, he's going to rotate, and going to Newcastle with a rotated team is a bit different to playing at home to Wolves, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see if they can go there and get something. They are 6th at the moment. Yes, they are indeed. Matisse going to see the Old Trafford toilets for himself. Yeah, I do need to do a little inspection. I need to see what's going on. I can't lie, because I've heard bad things and I've seen bad images. What percentage or chance do you give us versus City in the FA Cup final? I'd probably give Manchester United a 20 chance in that game. I think you're seriously massive underdogs. Massive underdogs. Going into that. Or you can watch along. Damn right. We covering everything, man. We covering as much as possible. No Colwell, no Enciso, no McAllister. De Zerbi doesn't want me to get top 4. Liverpool fans, I told you. Don't be relying on nobody, man. You man should have handled your business sooner. People saying, yeah, we spread that out already. Keep getting your comments in. We're going through all the comments. I'll go and get predictions locked off as soon as this kicks off. 2 minutes till kickoff. I'm probably gonna... I'll put the timer up just so it's not confusing. But then I'll have to reset it once the 8 o'clock kickoffs start, because otherwise that's just going to be weird for the graphic. We did score predictions on All You Can Eat Chelsea earlier this morning. I went with a 6-0 Manchester City win. Yeah, it's a long day. It probably won't be 6-0, but listen, if it is, who's going to be surprised? I think Man City will just be nice and probably lock it off at 4 and just keep the ball. But anyway, are you on a Europa Conference League watch ready for next season? I'm not going to be in the Conference League, so I don't really have any reason to watch it. But you know, Aston Villa might qualify, which would be nice to see them in Europe. So yeah, listen, the thing is with me, I'll do Champions League like I always do. I'll do Europa League on Thursdays. Conference League, I just kind of leave it until now. This is my first Conference League covering of the season. We're in the semi-finals, the second leg. West Ham could make history. If it wasn't West Ham, I probably wouldn't be asked, but it's West Ham. Lawless is... I want to see what Lawless is talking about. I want to see what he's on about. I need to see his team now up close in something that matters for the London Club's Carnage on Monday. So I'm keeping an eye on things. And if he doesn't go through, I'll be ringing him. So, you know, I have to keep an eye on things. 20% is a bit high. I think it was Everton, not Southampton, not Everton. Let's see. You saw me on LinkedIn. yeah, I said it already. I used to work at Virgin Active, so yes, it's quite ironic considering the nickname Toby has given me. It's mad. Why are Brighton playing the same day as Europa? Yeah, I mean, they weren't going to play the same day in maybe Champions League. They were going to get screwed either way. They got games in hand to play, obviously getting into the FA Cup semi-final, so they just threw it on a Thursday. Because they play on Sunday, not much of a gap. Are we feeling Dutch? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I don't really mind West Ham getting this trophy. Like, we have our pedigree in Europe very certified. Like, West Ham will never chat to us in their lives. But just for carnage reasons, if West Ham win this competition, they qualify for the Europa League, which is, I don't really care. But more importantly, they win something and Tottenham have nothing. And again, it just makes that Lawless versus Thabz dynamic just all the more sweeter. So I do want to see that. I'm not going to lie. I do want to see it. Either way, we're eating. I can't lie. Either way, we're all eating. Because, you know, if Lawless goes out, he's absolutely screwed. I can't lie. He's absolutely finished. But if he goes and wins this competition, then it's going to be very fun. So I'm here for it. I don't really mind what happens. I'm not going to lie. I'm not feeling Dutch. I'm just feeling very neutral. If West Ham win, good for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have no real animosity towards West Ham. I'm not going to take it that far in London. I got Tottenham and Arsenal, and that's it. I'm not really asked about the rest of you. Let's see. I have not seen any Victor Osimhen news, so I don't know what's going on. It's not my brand, actually. No, it's not. My girl got me this jumper, and she just got my name on it just because. Why not? So yeah, if I do clothing, it will be available to you guys, obviously. But I'm waiting until I can make sure the quality is clear. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to just do any clothing. I'm trying to do like sick clothing that I would actually wear, not just clothing just to do clothing. So yeah, one day we'll hopefully do that. But we'll get to the 100K first, and then we'll see what we're doing. All right, let's do the timer. Brighton game's just kicked off, guys. The Brighton game has just kicked off. If you're just jumping in, we are watching Brighton versus Newcastle for the first half an hour. Minimum. Obviously, if it's a crap game, we'll kick over to the Europa League action. And I got 2 screens and I got 3 games, so we're just gonna play it by ear, and we'll go with the flow. Do you know what I mean? But we're gonna try and cover all of these games as much as possible. But yeah, Newcastle versus Brighton for the first half an hour to keep it interesting. Let's see what they do. All right, let's get this timer going. So that's why the timer and the graphics will make absolutely no sense, but it is what it is. You know, I can't get any more clubs onto this screen if I tried. All right, there we go. So yeah, Brighton versus Newcastle. Matoma's on the left-hand side. Let's see what he's going to do today against Trippier. There's a lot of arguments. When I was on Rance's stream earlier on Twitch, we were speaking about maybe the best right-back between Man City and Arsenal. Obviously, I think Ben White has to get that for me personally, purely because half of the time City ain't even playing with a right-back, and also Walker's not played enough, and I'm not going to put a Kanji over Ben White. But Trippier, if you're going for the whole Premier League, Trippier has been brilliant all season. He really has. Can't really remember Trippier ever getting absolutely destroyed by anybody. Let me know in the comments if Trippier's had a really bad game this season where he got absolutely cooked. But I can't remember one. But I ain't watching him every week, so let me know. Obviously, their defensive record is really, really strong, Newcastle, so they've been excelling in that area. But Matoma absolutely cooked Ben White last week at the Emirates. So, but I still have him with Trippier as a contender for the team of the season at right back, to be honest. Let's move that up a little bit. There we go. There we are. Also, I want to ask you guys, right? So next season, we're looking to kick it up to another level. We're gonna try and go green screen and change the graphics on the watch-alongs. And do you prefer green screens or do you prefer kind of this type of graphic? Let me know. I'm maybe run a poll. I'm gonna close that because obviously you guys are the ones watching. There's loads of watch-alongs on YouTube, so I'm interested to know which you prefer, because there's no point me going to get a massive green screen and change up the graphics if you prefer the overlay. So let me know, overlay or green screen, what do you prefer? Actually, let me change that poll, and also if you just don't mind as well, that will be helpful to know. I'm gonna run a poll, so just drop a vote in the poll if you want to have any say on it. Overlay, which is what we use now, and don't mind. I do like the overlay, but I don't know. It's up to you guys. It's not really a big thing for me to change it. 3 minutes, Newcastle in possession. Free kick to be taken. Obviously, West Ham last year went out in the Europa League semi-final to Frankfurt, I believe it was. And Cresswell made a big mistake in that game. So they'll be trying to avoid a repeat of that today. Another semi-final. They could have been in back-to-back European finals, West Ham, much like Roma. West Ham could have been doing it, but the opposite way around. And I keep saying it, if West Ham had won the Europa League, they would be in the Champions League. And it's like, do you know how mad that is? It's crazy. We need Love Island watch-alongs in the summer. Let me know when that starts. Like, I don't know what the starting date is. Obviously, we did it last summer with Thabz and Rents. That was quite funny. The issue I'm going to have this year is that I'm going to be in New York, obviously with Big Six. So if it clashes with that, I can't do it there. So yeah, let me know, because you know me, if I'm going to do it, I prefer to do it from the beginning. I'm not going to jump in halfway through or miss any episodes. Like, if I'm going to do it, I'll do it every single night like I did last year. If I can't do it every night, then I just won't do it, because there's just no point. I just won't know what's going on. But it was pretty funny. Isak shoots from range just wide of the post. Out for a goal kick. Out for a goal kick. Appreciate it, bro. Much appreciated. They're just showing some highlights from West Ham's performance in the first leg. That's well wide from Isak's, nowhere near the target. Nowhere near the target. I will not be in Mallorca, unfortunately. I wish I could duplicate myself. But I will be in New York, which I'm looking forward to. So that's going to be fun. No, they didn't. They didn't. That's funny though. All right. Newcastle just got a bit of possession. Come on. I just want to see goals. I don't really mind who wins this because I do want both the teams to qualify for Europe. Oh, go on. Oh, what big deflection. Big deflection from Van Hecke from the shot from Almiron, 6 minutes in. Really good play from Newcastle down the left-hand side. Great pass. I think it's from Guimaraes into Isak and then cleared away by Dunk and then smashed by Almiron, deflected by Van Hecke. And yeah, big block because I think it was going on target. Newcastle, as always, as I always feel they start strong at St. James's first 10, 15, 20 minutes. They like to try and blitz somebody. They're like Liverpool in that way at Anfield. They're working with the crowd right now. Loads of set pieces and opportunities. Brighton just got to hang in there. If Brighton can get a result with a lot of these rotations, it just goes to show there's a bit of depth here. Like, it's not just a team that can play anybody off the park and play brilliant football. It's a team that now have actually got depth, and they've got more players coming in the summer. I think they've signed James Milner. They've signed João Pedro from Watford. They've signed somebody from Dortmund, I think. I can't remember the name of the player. I think he might be from Switzerland. Let me know in the comments. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Why McAllister not playing? Well, they're just making rotations. I wouldn't be surprised if on Sunday they bring McAllister in and they take out maybe Gross and Gilmore and do a different partnership, and then Man City they go again with Caicedo. I don't know how he's going to manage it, but this is the challenge that De Zerbi and Brighton have next season, which is European football playing twice a week. So it's a good kind of icebreaker. That's a good block. Oh, Brighton almost conceded again. Very, very close. The ball was cleared. Again, Isak causing a lot of problems down the left-hand side. Everything's coming down the left. And it's good play from him. And he just looks for the cutback. It's blocked, but then from but then it ricochets back off of Caicedo, and it nearly ends up back into the most dangerous zone ever, but hooked away by Dunk. They're living dangerously, Brighton, in the first 10. Isak is causing a lot of problems on this left-hand side. A lot of problems. Now they got a free kick. Loads of set pieces, man. Loads and loads and loads of set pieces at the start of this game. I made a midfield video a couple of days ago about this McAllister situation as well. Listen, McAllister's a really good player. It's just straight at the goalkeeper with the free kick. McAllister's a really good player, but like I said on Rance's channel earlier as well, I wouldn't pay 70 or 80 million, and I wouldn't get into a bidding war with him, and I wouldn't bother with that with Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to sign him as a Thiago replacement. I don't think that's important right now for us. We need to. I know he's on Poch's list, but I think we really need a DM, and he's not a DM. And that was really close again. Willock getting really close. Newcastle, good cutback from Almiron. Almiron again, really good play. Wingers are doing a brilliant job for Newcastle. He just pulls it back. Willock left foot, close. They've had a lot of opportunities, Newcastle, but yeah, with McAllister, I just feel like you can find a player like him elsewhere for a lot cheaper if you just look, if you just scout. In my video, I brought up a player called Enzo Laffi at Lorient in Ligue 1. I think they're 9th in the league. He is really, really good. Seen him on a handful of occasions, but even if you go check out his metrics statistically, go and watch some comps, like whatever you want to do, he just looks like a really technically secure, creative player. And he's one of them players that a Brighton will buy to replace McAllister, and then in a year's time, everyone's like, oh, this Enzo Laffi guy is worth 60, 70 million. It's like, just get him now. He's worth 20. It's not a priority position. His contract's running out in 2024. And yeah, he's French under 23 international. He's a good player. He looks like a really, really good player. And the good thing about him is that everything checks out, like statistically in terms of what you're watching on the comps, but then if you go stats as well, it all mirrors up nicely. He's definitely a possession-based player, really good on the ball, great in tight spaces, great dribbler, ball carrier. He has a lot of the similar attributes that people like McAllister for. Good at set pieces, has played 10, has played wide, has played 8, has played in a front three in a 3-4-3. So he's like I said on Twitter, Bernardo Silva type versatility, I think, personally. So yeah, I like him. No, I actually didn't. But listen, if I played Football Manager 23, yeah, he's not even that unknown. Like, I'm not even trying to say he's mad unknown. Like, but for some people that might not know him, if they're not like, you know, football heads constantly 24/7. But yeah, if you're into your football all day long, you're gonna know about him because listen, he plays for the young under 21 French team or under 23s, and we know the French team are producing talent like no tomorrow. Just players popping constantly through that nation right now. So yeah, he's good. I think Bournemouth wanted him. I don't know if it was in January or last summer. Bournemouth wanted to bring him in. I don't know what happened to that, but yeah, really good player. Oh yes, this is the player that signed. Yes, so but yeah, Bournemouth wanted to bring him in, and yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a Brighton. I really wouldn't be surprised if Brighton was to swoop in and take him. It's the type of player that they would know about, I think, and he's not going to cost much. I think he'll cost about 20-25 million because his contract's running out. So yeah, man, I think that's a good move. Let's see. Andre Santos looks like he can bring what Enzo Laffi can bring. I'd rather go in for an all-out DM. Yeah, I mean, Andre Santos' work permit still has to be put through, though, in the UK. I don't know. I see Andre Santos as a little bit of a... Oh, Almiron. What a chance, man. He's just whacked it over the bar. No composure, unfortunately. Newcastle again. First 12 minutes is all Newcastle. Every single wave of attack trying to respond to that 2-2 draw against Leeds. But yeah, I think for me, I think Enzo Laffi and Andre Santos will be different players. Andre Santos is for me like a box-to-box midfielder, very much in that mold. And when I spoke to Tactical Manager TV, who follows Brazilian football very, very closely, and obviously watched him before he came to Chelsea, and you know he's playing in Brazil still now, and has watched him in the under-20s for Brazil. He says that he could be potentially a player in the future that can play as a 6 as well if he develops into one. So I think Enzo Laffi for me is more like a player that I want in between the lines, wide playmaker if you want to use him as a winger, because he's a really good dribbler, ball carrier, but he can play in the 10. I think he just covers all bases, kind of. You know, when you talk about Man City, they can play 3-4 players in 3-4 different positions, and it really enhances the depth of their team. A lot of the time when we talk about squad depth, we just think, okay, we need one player here, one player there, one player there, one player there, and they all play one position, and you just double up, you know, two players per position. But if you've got a player that can play in 3 positions, you're creating sneaky depth across all positions. And if you do that with 2 or 3 or 4 players, next thing you know, you can bring your squad size down a little bit. So I think that's something that we should be looking to try and do a little bit, instead of just thinking, okay, we need 2 left wingers, 2 right wingers, 2 10s, 2 DMs. Like we should really try to sign players that are just a little bit more intelligent than playing one position and not being able to play multiple. So I think Enzo Laffi could play about 3 positions for us if we got him. It's another bonus, I think. Yeah. You're late to the party, but basically, I am covering these games when they kick off at 8 o'clock. But you know, people are like, "Yo, you may as well cover Newcastle Brighton because A, it's on TV, B, it's a really good game, and C, it's on at 7:30, so we have half an hour to kill." And yeah, I said, you know what, you're not wrong. I just haven't got space to put them in here because where would I put them? If I put them on that screen, you're not going to see my face. So yeah, but yeah, we may as well watch them. They're on. Brighton, first time I'm seeing them really get forward. Matoma on the left. Here they are. Welbeck, straight at Pope. Straight at Pope. Yeah, the other games haven't started yet. So there's no point, you know, just waiting around. It's not like I can give you in-depth preview analysis on AZ or, you know, even by Leverkusen or Roma. I haven't been watching them week in, week out. So may as well watch the Prem until the game kicks off. I'm here to learn about them, not really to tell you anything previously about them, to be honest. Let's see. I am watching it right now. I don't know if it's in the title right now. Yeah, it is in the title. So yeah. Am I leaving it with something? Not sure. I'm not sure. Most likely no, because it's a 50-50 game, to be honest. But Newcastle started really, really strong in this match. Newcastle started really, really strong. I think Brighton have made a couple of rotations that have weakened their chances a little bit, but that might be why Newcastle just dominate, because Newcastle are playing their strongest team. Like there's no rotation going on here for Newcastle, and they are cooking Brighton a bit. He's dispossessed. Let's see. Why was let me see that comment. 0.44. Why was it BS, bro? Why was it BS? Explain to me. Expand. Let's see. $17, 18 minutes now. Newcastle with a corner. You don't want to expand. Okay, well then there's no point saying that then, is there? that kind of just makes what you said pretty irrelevant, because you're not telling me why, so I'm not really bothered. 18 minutes gone. In terms of New York, yeah, I mean, listen, we've got some definitely some filming, of course, a lot of filming to do. We've got a great team going out there, obviously all 6 of us. You know, we've got cameraman going out there with us as well. We've got Skull Fuggery coming with us as well. So it's a group of 8 going over. Big sick gang, you know what I'm saying, going over to New York. So yeah, lots of content is coming out. That's on the original channel probably every day, coming out new stuff. We're going to be basically doing a daily vlog, and then on top of that there'll be other content that comes out after we come back that we've filmed, pre-recorded over there, different things. So loads of content. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be, listen, there's going to be time for fun and for going out, and you know what I mean, just enjoying, man. Just enjoying. It's been a long season. 2 shows a week, 2-hour shows. It's long. It's been a long season, so yeah, we definitely got to enjoy. That corner that just went in, still didn't look happy with that. I think his path was blocked a little bit there. The Brighton goalkeeper. I think his path was a bit blocked. Here's Welbeck. What's going on here? Yo, what is this guy doing, bro? What a shithouse. Cleared. Matoma. Trippier dealt with it again. Cleared away. Hooked away now. Dunk. Back to the goalkeeper. I'm not going to be really watching the Juve game, to be honest. I'm going to be focusing on Brighton, Newcastle. The 2 games on screen, and that's as much as I can really flick across. I'm not really able to see what's going on at Juve, but we'll have score updates if anything happens, and if a goal happens, I'll try and watch the goal. But I've got something invested in Roma with Jose Mourinho. I want to see Xabi Alonso as well, because obviously he is getting a lot of plaudits right now. And West Ham goes without saying they could make history. So I want to see that. Don't really have anything with Sevilla and Juventus, to be honest. Brighton haven't been in it. No, they haven't. Brighton, they're struggling. They are struggling. They're struggling. They're struggling. Yeah. Yeah, Brighton are struggling. They can't really get out their half, to be honest. All of that possession, build-up play that Brighton are known for, they're not doing any of that right now. Like, they're really not got any control in the game. Haven't really got much possession. Newcastle are all over them at the moment. But like I said, it is tough to come to Newcastle first 10, 15, 20 minutes. Like, it is a bit of a slog. As we've seen them, absolutely destroy a couple of teams. So you kind of just got to get through it. But they might go through. Yo, dunk with a big block on that Joe Linton shot. They're trying to play out from the back. Joe Linton on it like a flash. Wilson into Joe Linton, takes the touch, left foot, big block from Dunk. Big block. And what a defender, by the way. What a defender. I think he apparently leads the league in successful passes this season, but he's captain. Brilliant ball playing centre-back. Brilliant aerially. Oh, it's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Newcastle. Own goal from Caicedo. Oh, my days. It's been coming. Oh, it has been coming. 1-0 to Newcastle. I think who's headed that in? Is it? They've got the camera panned to Undav, but I think it hit Caicedo, no? It was Undav. I thought it was Caicedo. Oh, yeah, it is. It is Undav. He just gets there ahead of Caicedo. Look. Yeah. He gets there ahead of Caicedo. I think if he had maybe left it, maybe Caicedo heads it away. If you just look. Yeah, Caicedo's kind of head movement tells me that he's probably dealing with it, and Undav heads it into his own net. 1-0 to Newcastle. Fully deserved. Trippier's captain pointing to his head, mentality, focus, all of these things he's probably gesturing. Brilliant start from Newcastle in this game. Brilliant start. Brighton got games in hand, so I think if I'm thinking about what I need and what I want the season to look like at the end for these teams, I think Brighton can afford to lose. Whereas Newcastle, they, after that Newcastle game, can't really be out here playing games anymore, taking risks. They need to get top four as quickly as possible before Liverpool try and pull off something. But I think Brighton play Southampton. No, they play next. They play Southampton on Sunday. Yeah, it's 2:00. So they'll win that. So that's 3 points. And then it's 2 tough games to end the season. But if you want it, there it is. Gilmore fouled by Wilson. So it's so surreal to kind of see Gilmore starting for Brighton now. I've been waiting for this all season, and finally Gilmore has managed to get himself into this team. I just hope he takes his chances, because they're not easy to get. They got a wide free kick now, Brighton. No face reveal. No face reveal, I'm sure. Pope's on the ball at the moment. It's going to clear. Caicedo in the end zone midfield. Premier League highest 6 own goals by Brighton, highest since 13-14 season. Wow. They're like an own goal. Brighton, listen, they've had a few, that result against Everton was dodgy, but the performance of the Emirates was outrageous. So they're still kicking away, Brighton. When you can go to the Emirates and win 3-0, it kind of makes up for the defeat against Everton. No one would have said that they were going to go to Emirates and do what they did, especially in the manner they did it. So they went there and battered them, played them off the park. I think they can sleep at night now with the Everton result. Here's Caicedo, Gross, Gilmore now. Lumped it up the pitch. Hooked away. 25 minutes gone. West Ham currently players walking out in Holland for the game there. So we will be... It's a really nice location for the stadiums. Open space, like mad. But yeah, West Ham players walking out. And I'm assuming the same is happening in Germany as well. I'll take a bite of this burger. I'm absolutely starving. I'm not sure. It's a good question. Does anybody know where the Europa League final is taking place? Sorry, not the Europa League, the Conference League. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think Lord has told me what stadium, and I think it's seated like 18,000 or something like that. So I'm not really. I can't really remember. Yeah, but do let us know in the chat. Fabrizio said Arsenal are leading the race for Declan Rice. Yep. That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. That's not new information at all. You know, if it's Chelsea versus Arsenal for Declan Rice and they're both paying the same money, Champions League football is at the Emirates. So I would be surprised if he chose any other option. Here we go, Newcastle now. And cleared away again by Brighton. Try and keep a bit of possession. Estepanan. We haven't kicked off yet in the AZ versus West Ham game. Here's Caicedo on the right-hand side. Playing it around the corner. Throwing. No Rafa. No Rafa. 18k capacity. It's not Prague. I swear you just heard. I'm pretty sure you just heard me tell you I have a girlfriend. Definitely, you was definitely here when I said that about the jumper. Wow, Roy Hodgson is on course to stay at Crystal Palace for another season, with the club already to hand him a 12-month deal. I did not expect that. I'm not going to lie. I know he's done a really good job, but I thought he would have just been a short-term appointment and then they would have moved on to try and have a long-term successor. It looks like there could be maybe a penalty shout here at St. James's Park, but we are looking at a replay. Almiron, Estepanan, I think it's soft. I don't think that's a penalty. I don't know what Elon Musk is doing on Twitter, but apparently Blue verified subscribers can now upload 2-hour videos. So, yeah. I don't know. So, yeah. Now, movies can be posted. I don't know. So, I don't know what's going on that platform anymore. 30 minutes gone. West Ham games are about to kick off. So I am going to change this timer. Newcastle Brighton game is hotting up a little bit. Maybe what I'll do is I'll watch the last 15 minutes of this half and then I'll switch over to the Bayer Leverkusen Roma game. We'll see. We'll see how the game's progressing. But they've both kicked off now. God damn. Change the timer. So West Ham are now kicking ball. Let's see what they're up to. Roma have kicked off as well. little bit of fog in Holland. Don't know if the stadium's high up altitude or actually that might be smoke. I think that's smoke coming from the crowd. It's 2-1 to West Ham on aggregate, by the way. 2-1 to West Ham on aggregate. So that's where this game currently is at. So AZ need to step it up and really they need to win this game. Shot over the bar. You can see the West Ham fans there in their part of the ground. Bruv, what is this timer doing to me today? The hell is this? Corner for AZ. Newcastle got possession as well at the same time. AZ is going to take their corner. Ball's going to come into the box, headed away. There we go. We're in time now with the West Ham game. Newcastle still in possession. Brighton are dying out here. Luton or Coventry in the Premier League next season? Good question. For me, as Newcastle come forward again. Ooh, just wide of the post. Across the goal for Newcastle. Isak now gets it. And I think he'll put the ball back in. Good opportunity for Newcastle there. Yeah, I think, to be honest, like, I'm not too fussed. I think part of me does want to see now Luton come up purely because of the whole stadium factor. I just want to see how that works. Now, if they end up doing a stadium share with MK Dons and they, you know, that just ruins everything. I'm not going to lie. I do want to see that stadium be used. I don't know if they're going to fork up the 10 million the Premier League is going to demand that they pay to kind of redo that stadium and bring in technical boxes and whatnot, because it doesn't meet the standard and the regulations of Premier League football. But yeah, I kind of would like to see them in it. It's something different. But yeah, like I said, if they just end up playing at MK Dons, which I think seats about 30k, then there's not really any, kind of loses a lot of the yeah, it's a 10k capacity. It kind of loses a lot of the unknown away factor. And it's, you know, it's not gonna be hostile at MK Dons if their fans have got to travel up there for every home game. So surely they'll stay there and just do their stadium up. They're gonna have to do it up at some point. So yeah. Here's Newcastle headed away again, back into the box. Here they come. Oh, just wide from Dan Burn. It should be 2-0. Should be 2-0 to Newcastle. I can't lie. Ball came into the box. It was headed away. Dunk. It just kind of just fell to him. Chested it down. Left foot. Did really well there, Dunk, to control it in a tight space. Headed flicked on by Wilson, but not enough of an angle to hit. Prefer Coventry. Obviously, they've been in the Premier League way, way back. So imagine Hairline walking up the rusty stairs and seeing neighbours garden. Yeah, they're literally. It's a humbler. I like that. I like it. I think it's good. You know, you got Hairline and De Bruyne kicking ball in Luton. Like, you can't get much better than that. It's proper football stadium. Football is a humbler. Literally. Just about hitting the 5-minute mark almost in this game. AZ have started pretty well. They're coming down the right. I do want to see what's happening in the Bayer Leverkusen Roma game, but it ain't easy. You live in Coventry, but you hate their fans. Brighton are in possession again now. Still. Just playing out wide. All right, let's take a look. What's going on? Let's take a look at what's going on in the Roma game now. I need to know the situation. Long ball punted up forward. Literally. Here's Frims. Let's see. Leverkusen versus Roma now. Frimpong. I think he's only 21, isn't he? Dutch. I think he was kind of questioning his defensive capabilities, though, in terms of playing for the Dutch national team. They don't really trust him defensively. I think he is clearly a pure wing back. Oh, Roma. They haven't intercepted that. Bayer Leverkusen are coming forward. Where's Diaby? I'm trying to see what Diaby's got today. There he is. Diaby. Oh, try to do a link up there. West Ham struggling a little bit to get a foothold in that game. Here's Declan Rice. Shot from distance, saved by Patricio. Ball comes into the box, catched by the keeper again as well. From Ben Rama. We only see the real Brighton once a week. We saw them against Arsenal. Now you have to wait until Southampton on Sunday to see them again. I'm only watching the Conference League because I want to see what West Ham are on, really. Because I got the London show on Monday. So this is the first time I'm watching any Conference League action. But like, everybody's going to watch is everybody going to watch the Conference League final or no? Like, let me know in the chat. Are you going to watch the Conference League final? It's on its own day. It's not clashing with anything else. Are you going to watch it or are you not going to watch it? Let me know. Because if you're going to watch it, like for me, if I'm going to watch it, I would like to know a little bit of what the one of the semi-finalists did to get there. Do you know what I mean? Just like a little. I just want to know something. No, yes. Negative, maybe. Yeah, why not? Yes, I will. Okay. So it's pretty split. It seems like most people are going to watch it. Decent amount of people are going to watch it. It's West Ham, really, isn't it? Like, may as well. AZ are on the ball. But yeah, Juventus versus Sevilla. It's decent. It's a good matchup. I saw Sevilla though against United, and I've seen Juventus as well on this channel a lot this season. Well, decent amount, so decided to freshen it up a little bit. Smash up the likes if you haven't already. May as well. Depends on the time. I hear you. Yeah. Headed on. What's going on, by the way? What's going on with that that player that Roma loaned out to Galatasaray, is it? And he's having problems over there. I don't know what's going on. I saw his name in the headlines there. I think yesterday or today. Shot! Oh, Diaby. I think he's been linked with Arsenal, Diaby, recently. So, we'll see what this guy is up to today. Yeah, Zanilo. Yeah. Zanilo. He was also linked with Bournemouth. Yeah, he's been on a madness. Diaby. He's been on a madness. I don't think Man City are going after Rice. So I don't think he'll have to pick between Arsenal and Man City. But also, as I mentioned on that video of midfielders again, is that Rice had a kid earlier this year. And, you know, for personal reasons, family reasons, you know, you're bringing up a young kid, you're a footballer, you're constantly training, playing. If his parents and his family live in London, etc., you know, I think he wants to stay in London. I don't think he'd want to go up to Manchester unless he absolutely has to. But, and I think that more is in the case of Manchester United. But if it's Man City calling, you probably do drop everything to go and play up in Manchester and kind of inconvenience yourself a little bit. I think that's more of a sticking point if it was Man United coming in for him. Say it was Man United versus Arsenal. Like he's probably just going to pick Arsenal. But if it's Man City, then yeah, you know, you may as well. But I don't think Man City are in for him. I've not seen a single credible report that Man City are in for Rice. I don't think they're in, and I don't really know why they would be. They've got Rodri. They don't need Rice, so it's not really necessary. Diaby, what a shot! Yeah. Are you playing for? Well, I'll see what he's on today. I've not really watched him, but let's see what he's on. Rice is like, he can play as a 6 and he could also play as an 8 if you need Diaby. Whoa, that's the shot you're talking about. What a shot from Diaby off the post. Jesus. He let that one rip. Damn. Wow. It's a great counter-attack. Brilliant counter-attack. And he's on his weaker right foot. Just hits the top of the bar. Very close to equalizing for Bayer Leverkusen and putting them level on this tie. Eunice, speak up. Eunice is cheering for Roma. Back-to-back European finals. Run it back, Uncle Jose. Listen, when it comes down to this game, it's really going to be close, man. Bayer Leverkusen obviously in really good form in the Bundesliga at the moment. I'm going to take a look at where they are. Newcastle are still 1-0 up against Brighton, guys. They're still 1-0 up. But yeah, if I take a look at the Bundesliga, obviously Xabi Alonso picked them up, I think, in the relegation zone. He's now brought them up to 7th place, just on the cusp of European qualification. So it's been a really good job from Xabi Alonso. And so far, Bayer Leverkusen have had a slightly stronger start. West Ham, here's Paqueta, left-hand side. They're just trying to get the ball into the box, I think. Ben Rama overhit that massively out for a goal kick. No chance there. I gotta eat, man. I've been non-stop working all day. I did the show on DR, the preview of Abbey there. I did All You Can Eat Chelsea straight after. Then I got back, did some edits for this one because this was a tough edit. We had to combine the Europa League and Conference League kind of graphic into one. It took a bit longer. Then I was on Rance's show, and then there was a bit of breaking news with the Loftus-Cheek situation. So I did a video on that. That's on the channel if you haven't seen it. We've got a Loftus-Cheek. Seems like he's going to be going to AC Milan. And then here we are on this one, this watch-along, and then we got Big Six after. So it's been a mad day. I don't know how many pieces of content that is, but it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad, I can't lie. Here's Leverkusen in possession. West Ham just pushing themselves back into a mid-block. I feel like West Ham, they got the quality for this one. It's just whether they got the nerves. You know, what last year we kind of saw them crumble under the pressure against Frankfurt. Obviously a higher quality team in the semi-finals of the Europa League. They could easily, I keep saying it, they could easily won that competition, West Ham. They had a lot of quality in their squad. Obviously, they didn't have the depth. West Ham were performing well in the Europa League. They got themselves all the way to the semis. They could have won that. Rangers in the final. You wouldn't. It's not an impossible task at all to beat Rangers. In fact, they would have been favourites for sure against that Rangers team. But I was impressed with Rangers. They did beat Dortmund. They knocked out Dortmund. That was one of the best European ties of the year last year. Dortmund versus Rangers. If you got to see it, one of the best European knockout ties last year was Dortmund Rangers in the Europa League. I think it was in the quarterfinals. Unbelievable tie. Brilliant. Loads of entertainment there. And obviously Hairline was at Dortmund as well. I think he was injured for one of the games, but it was a great game. Undav is so shit. Mad. Hudson-Odoi had so much promise. Remember when he was linked with Bayern? Now he can't even get a game at Bayern Leverkusen. Yeah, is he on the bench today? I didn't actually check out the bench for Bayern Leverkusen, or is he out? Let's take a look. I think he must be on the bench. I forgot all about Hudson-Odoi, you know, in this. Yeah, he's on the bench. Damn. Our boy is on the bench. Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. I forgot all about him. I forgot all about him. Left-hand side. That's crazy. Yeah, well, maybe he might come on today. We'll have to see. He is coming back from the loan. He is coming back. I think I saw reports that they were going to look maybe to see if he, you know, maybe improve himself in preseason, yada yada yada. But for me personally, that's another player that has to be sold. And you know how much I wanted Hudson-Odoi to make it, but I don't have time for foolishness. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really don't have time for foolishness. I'm not in a giving mood at all. You know, this has been a very, very costly year for my mental. I am not in a very giving mood at all. I am feeling so ruthless. I would sell Hudson-Odoi this summer, sell Pulisic, sell Ziyech, sell Kai. Like, I'm not even playing around. I'm not playing. I'm really not in the mood. I will sell so many of these players with no second thoughts. Not a single care in the world. I will sell these players. You know, let Hudson-Odoi go to a Crystal Palace or something, man. Try and get himself back up, but we ain't got time for this. I can't lie. We do not have time for this. Ball's going to come into the box. People could say, you know, Poch could improve and maybe do something, but these guys have been at the club for too long. I have no more time to. The resources, we cannot use the resources on them any longer. We cannot. He is on big wages, but I think Hudson-Odoi's contract runs out in 2024. I think. So I think he's only got 1 year left anyway. So, you know, these guys need to move. Pulisic, 1 year left. Hudson-Odoi, 1 year left. I think Ziyech, one year left as well. Aubameyang, 1 year left. All these guys just need to leave. You're not getting new contracts. We're not offering you new contracts. Like, there's just no way. Just sell them all. Sell them all. Get 20 million a pop for each, or 15, and just keep it moving. I'm not even asked. Offside in that game there. Oh, we got a goal. We got a goal. We got a goal. We got a goal. Goal, 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 goal. What's going on at Newcastle St. James's Park? What is going on over there? It is 2-0 according to the chat. There it is, right before half-time, in injury time of the first half. Newcastle 2-0 up, and it's Dan Burn with the goal. Dan Burn with the goal in what has been a very, very convincing performance in the first half. From when we were looking earlier, they were dominating. They were dominating in the first half, dominating when we were watching, and Brighton have really, really been struggling. Obviously, they've made changes, they've made rotations, and Newcastle 2-0 up. And if they stay focused, surely it's going to be a win. Set piece was taken off the right-hand side, clipped in, and Dan Burn waiting, rising, headers it down into the ground across the goalkeeper. Really, really good goal. Really, really good goal. Typical Newcastle goal. Set piece. They're really good on those set pieces. Really good on set pieces. They try and win a lot of them. And yeah, 2-0. Good goal. Good goal. Half-time at St. James's Park. Newcastle 2, Brighton 0. I've seen basically 2/3 of that first half. Maybe slightly more than 2/3. And yeah, they've been in complete control. Complete control of Brighton. It doesn't look like that's changed. We'll be back for the second half there, but let's go back to let's take a look at Sevilla versus Juventus, just real quick, see what's going on there. Sevilla 0-0 with Juventus is 1-1 on aggregate. Sevilla at home in this game, still 0-0 in this game. So yeah, looks like atmosphere. Sevilla looks insane. It looks unbelievable. You can feel the atmosphere through the stadium just by looking at it. You don't need to have any volume. We do not need to increase volume. It's very clear. But yeah, that stadium is always it's heritage. And you know, when you look at a stadium like that and you see the atmosphere, you think to yourself, you can understand why Man United got absolutely destroyed out there. Like, if you lose your head in that stadium and you lose your calmness, your composure, and you start acting irrational and erratic, you ain't never getting that composure back in that stadium, because they don't let you rest. It's an absolute cauldron. I got good memories from that stadium when we played there in the Champions League run up to the final under Tuchel. But yeah, why didn't Brighton rotate against Arsenal? This team killed Arsenal at the Emirates. It's a little bit of a different team, but yeah, it's the same club. Brighton is too early to jump the gun. They are everyone's new shiny toy. De Zerbi needs longer body of work to get the plaudits just yet. Yeah, listen, he can get his credit. He's been brilliant this season. But I've always said the reason why I'm not going to just jump on this, bring De Zerbi to me now at Chelsea, is because, yeah, you've seen great football this season. You've seen massive evolution. But I think, if you're going to judge someone properly, you need to see them go through hardship. You need to see them go up against it as a manager. You need to see them go through turmoil and some losses in a row, and see how they deal with that, because that's also what makes a top manager, how they deal with those situations. You can't come to Chelsea and be dealing with your first couple of losses in a row in the Premier League, and the pressure's on and the questions are getting asked. Are you going to stick to your principles? Is you being stubborn to your principles going to get you in more trouble? All of these things I need to see what he does in those situations before I start going too crazy. He might be super stubborn and not change his ways. Chelsea fans didn't like that with Sarri. It's all roses now with De Zerbi. And listen, he looks really, really good. But I went with Poch because Poch has got a massive body of work. So it's just easier to gauge what he's going to do and how he's going to behave, because his body of work is just so long. And, you've got 2 Premier League clubs to go back and look at. You've got egos and pressure at PSG to go and look at. You've got everything you need. So it's a lot easier. De Zerbi's never managed a top club with that pressure. Same accusation for Potter. Let's see what's going on. Oh, West Ham coming forward. Here they are. Paqueta. Oh, off the post. Off the post for West Ham. Almost took the lead. Paqueta just coming in off that right-hand side, cutting in on his left foot, whipping it round onto the post. Really, really good play. I think it's Cassie. Former Everton player, that slips there. He's couldn't deal with Paqueta 1v1. Could not deal with him at all. Yeah, no, bro. Listen, Joshua, you're not you're definitely not surprising me with that take. It's a very fair take. As much as I wanted Tony, I have massive concerns about him not playing football for that long. Now, apparently he can train from September onwards, mid-September, which helps. But like I said, I like Tony, but if someone else comes up that can play in a similar fashion as him, Kane, in terms of their overall attributes and their all-round game, then I'm here for it. So it's just with Tony, you get a little bit of kind of He's playing the Prem physically. He knows what he's dealing with in the Prem with the defenders. He knows them inside out. He's got a high goal tally for a team that don't really scream possession or chance creation. Like he's a bit of a safe bet, and he's not going to cost too much. So that's why Tony for me is such a good option. And he's pretty experienced as well. He's not too young. Like we obviously have other young forwards, so he doesn't really mess up the timeline. Like Tony's got a lot. There's very little I can say really against him. He's got a lot going for him, to be honest, apart from this whole ban thing. Minor little ban thing. Oh, good save. Good save. Nope. No, I wouldn't. I'm taking Poch, taking the man that we're getting. Yeah, unless we get Harry Kane, then that conversation about Tony goes into the bin. I'll take Harry Kane tomorrow. See what happens when Brighton don't play Levi Cole or someone, I said. I'm not sure about the whole transfer thing. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for clarification on it. Like I said on All You Can Eat Chelsea, I have no idea whether or not these football activities include transfers, contracts, agents. Like, is that all banned? Is that okay? I don't even know. Like, there's no clarification on it, so no idea. If he can't make transfers, then the conversation dies immediately and we move on. So I kind of would like to know, to be honest, before I make a striker video. But I probably won't even, to be honest, when I make a striker video, I've done the midfield video. I wanted to have the striker video done by now. It's just been no time. We've had little bits of breaking news. So, but when I do the striker video, I'm just not going to include Tony. Like, regardless, I'll link the video that I did on Tony, but I'm not going to add Tony onto the list. There's no point. I've already spoken about Tony. There's not really anything else to say. So I'll do my striker video without him and go through the list. Oh, headed over. Goalkeeper had to come out quick. Patricio there for Roma. Come out quick and deal with that. Still 0-0, but yeah, tough one. You don't want Harry Kane at Chelsea, says Ashley. Wow, you don't want Harry Kane at Chelsea. I mean, for me, I'm taking Harry Kane. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not blinking. I'm not breathing. I'm not evaporating. I'm not even here. Yeah. If Harry Kane was an option, I'm taking him yesterday, and that's that. And I move on with my life. That's just what I do. I get Harry Kane. I try and get Victor Roque done as your successor in the future. That's your Haaland to Alvarez. We're finished. End of conversation. Bye-bye striker market for the next 5 years. I'm not interested. So that's what I would be doing. But listen, that ain't even possible. Yeah, bro, he's gonna be on the list, bro. I'm gonna look into it in depth. I want to look through the metrics and watch a little bit more of him. But he's definitely on the list, and I've only heard good things. And he looks like he's going to do a lot of the things that I want a forward to do. So, yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's very high up on my list. The only problem with him is that he costs 100 million as well. It's very expensive. I think Frankfurt put 100 million price tag on him. So it's a lot of money. Would you pay 100 million for him, Iceman? I wouldn't take Mitrovic. No, not for me. I think Mitrovic he's a good striker, but for Chelsea, I want my strikers to be a bit quicker than that. I think he just lacks a bit of pace. I think he'd be a good plan B if you wanted a player to bring on off the bench, like we used to have Giroud coming off the bench. I wouldn't really mind Mitrovic, but as a first choice week in, week out, not for me. Never 100 million. He's too raw for 100 million striker market. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, that's just the price that I heard publicly they put on him. I heard he's a great dribbler. Here we go. Left side. Or Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham. Has he got something for us today? Trying to find him. It's a really tight game, this is. It's a tight game in both games. No goals in either of these games so far. I don't think there's a goal in Juventus either. We're lacking goals tonight in Europe. We're lacking goals. We're lacking goals. Both teams, when they get to the final third, just frustrating themselves. Here we go. Witsel. Shot blocked. Corner. Joe's has a 1-0 lead. What did you expect? You know what? You're spot on. What did I really expect? I watched this man stink out the Conference League final last year, and he's doing it again in this game. He's never. I mean, listen, they are 1-0 up. Why would he come to do a madness? But what's happening with Dybala? Is he injured? I can't remember if anybody said anything about that one. But is Dybala injured for this game? What happened there? Because I was actually looking forward to watching Dybala next to Tammy, but I seen he's not in the lineup. I saw Belotti instead. I was like, oh, fair enough. Here's a AZ little slip from Paqueta. AZ. They're cooking something. West Ham on the edge of the box here. And again, shot coming in, blocked. Cleared away by Creswell. West Ham needs to be very, very careful. Of course, I would sell Havertz this summer. I told you. Iceman, you remember what I said about Havertz at the start of the season? I said if he doesn't have a big season this season, then he's gone. And I've had enough. And that's that. You know, he has had nowhere near a big season. So that's that. He ain't got time to waste. Right. He ain't playing striker for me next year because I ain't watching that shit again. He ain't playing 10 because that's in Cuckoo. So he's nowhere for him to play. And he ain't playing wide, so it's time to go. Pack up your tank, pack up your things. Pack up your things. Take your donkeys off to Germany. You know what I mean? Out you go. We move. I'm feeling ruthless. I'd much rather have Carney as one of the squad members for depth than Kai. I'm not playing with some of these players at all. They don't deserve any more time than they've had, to be quite honest. If you know whoever on my sell list who doesn't get sold is just lucky. Like they're just lucky that maybe we didn't have time to sell them or there wasn't a market for them, because they don't deserve to be here next season, if we're being honest. They don't deserve. They've had more than enough opportunities. Folks forwards. Hybrid of Havertz and Nunes would be perfect. Striker. Havertz is so composed in stressful situations. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is composed. But sometimes you just want a bit of ruthlessness. And that doesn't mean lack of composure, but that does mean some conviction. And one thing Kai Havertz has very little of is conviction. In the way that he strikes the ball. It's always very nonchalant and very delicate. Very little there's very few times is there any power. It's just very frustrating. Shot comes in, saved straight down the goalkeeper's neck. No in both these games. No, I don't want Lukaku in the squad. I'm not even trying to entertain him on the bench. Doesn't want to be an Iceman. Out wide. Come on. Rapido. I need goals. Come on, I'm starving. I'm starving. I'm absolutely starving. No goals. No goals inside the first half in both these games. What have we signed up for this evening? Guys, what have we signed up for? There's no goals in these games. What's going on? This is semi-finals. They need to step up. Very scrappy games, man. Lacking quality in the final third. All four of these teams that I'm watching. Very, very scrappy. Lacking quality. I think the best kind of strike on goal I maybe saw was Diaby hitting the bar with his right foot. This is what these competitions are on. Why are you not watching Sevilla versus Juventus? Bro, listen, I think I'm going to switch real quick because I'm trying to find some. I'm trying to see something. Let's see what Sevilla versus Juventus have to offer for a little bit. Until half time anyway. Let's give it a chance. AZ just ain't that good. Bro, this is what I'm saying about this competition. Like, it's a semi-finals. And it's like the quality is just low. It's very, very low. Sevilla versus Juventus, still 0-0 in that game as well. We're going to have that on, see what's going on there. Is Di Maria and Vlahovic starting? I'm not sure. I think, is Newcastle Brighton back on yet? Is that kicked off? I will watch it. I didn't know if it was back on yet. If it's back on, then I'm back. But I don't know if it is. Oh, it's back. Yeah, it's back. It's just come back. Yeah, let's go back to Newcastle versus Brighton, man, because these men are trying to kill me today. These men are trying to kill us today. Fiorentina scored. Indeed. "46 minutes. Brighton in possession. Are they going to be able to come back and show something in the second half after getting absolutely dominated by Newcastle in the first half?" Playing around the corner now. So Brighton having a bit of possession. They have played it through Newcastle, who may sit off a little bit in the second half and play on the break. Jacob Murphy, is he out injured? What's going on with him? Is he on the bench? Let me take a look. He's not in the starting 11 today. It's Amron on the right. Starting to take a shine to Jacob Murphy, to be honest. Let's see. He's not on the bench. He must be out. Yeah, I don't know. He's not on the bench, Jacob Murphy. So I'm guessing there's something. Suspension, I don't know what's going on. Hmm. 48 minutes gone. Here's Bruno Guimaraes, switches the play to Trippier on the right. This is the game that's given us goals. Here's Almiron. Really? Just Estepanan. He gave Estepanan a way back in there. He gave him a way back. It's poor first touch from Almiron. Because if he had taken the perfect touch, he could have come right across him, and he either brings him down for a penalty or he just lets him go, and then you've got a free shot on goal in a very, very good angle. Oh, good touch. Here's Newcastle. Second touch ruined. Callum Wilson, man. Really good first touch to set himself, and then second touch just ruined it. Newcastle very, very close to getting a big chance to score a third if they just get the final details a bit better in the last part of these moves. 5 minutes to go in the West Ham game. Still 0-0 in Holland. Still 0-0. Header. Oh! Oh my God. How is that not 3-0? Still with an outrageous save from Almiron. Oh my God. Flicked on, Almiron should score. He's just aimed, aimed to put it on target. Should be scoring. What a save from Still. Ricochets over the bar. Oh my God. That was a mad save. That was a mad save. That could, Newcastle 5 minutes into the second half started exactly the same as the first. But here come Brighton in behind. Undav. Oh, it's 2-1. The man who got the own goal in the first half, Undav, has scored to make it 2-1. And Brighton are back in this game. One ball in behind. I'm just trying to see who's played that pass. Is it Gilmore? It is Gilmore. Is it onside? It is onside. It is onside. Gilmore. I need to tweet. Yo, my brother looks onside to me. Let's just wait for the confirmation. Wow. Wow. What a pass. What a pass. That was beautiful. That was brilliant. Well, they're back in the game now. They're back in the game. Just one defense splitting pass of that quality, and next thing you know, a game where they weren't really involved. Yeah, I'm just putting out my Gilmore tweet. I just love this. I just love this kid, man. I think he's quality. I really do. I've always said that. I'm definitely a Billy Gilmore fan. And hopefully he keeps doing that at Brighton. Here's Matoma. There he is. $53 minutes. This is the game of the day. It's a good thing that you guys told me to watch this game, because if I didn't watch this game and I just went with the European ones today, we would be starving. West Ham are still 0-0 against AZ. Half-time now in that game. Bayer Leverkusen is still 0-0 against Roma. Jose Mourinho versus Xabi Alonso. And Juventus are still 0-0 with Sevilla. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you guys told me to check out the Premier League, because the Premier League is saving us right now with the goals. Yes, yeah. I tried to tell these Norwich fans, man, but they didn't listen. They don't want to listen. Now they're in the Championship. They're going to hold that. $54 minutes gone. Big up everybody in the building. There's over 500 of you in there, especially when there's not crazy amount of goals going in. Much appreciated. Smash up the likes. We are going to be on the Saturday football show on Saturday, obviously, with Fuad, Matty, and Alex on DR. Last Saturday football show I'll be able to do this season, so I'm on it. Obviously, next Sunday, we're going to be just doing a final day, kind of watch along with all the games for the last day of the season. And on Sunday, Manchester City versus Chelsea, of course, as well in the late kickoff. What an absolute battering that's going to be. And yeah, long day. Very, very long day. That's going to be a great lineup, man. Me, Matty, Alex, and Fuad, bro. That's heritage right there. Old heritage. McAllister's on the bench. Yep, Sacrificial Sunday will be there. But yeah, in terms of Gilmore, he's now coming off for, let's see, McAllister. McAllister's coming on. So McAllister's coming on for Gilmore, and off, I think Enciso is going to come on as well. No, Welbeck's coming off. Ferguson. I think Ferguson's coming on. Loads of changes are being made by De Zerbi. 55 minutes in, he's trying to freshen up this team. And Enciso is coming on as well. So he's made 3 changes. He's made 3 changes, De Zerbi. 3 changes. What a pass, man. Every time I watch that pass there again, brilliant. I threw a needle pass. Well, he should not have been marking Dan Burns because he's like 4'6". So I'm not really surprised he lost his marker. I don't know why Gilmore is marking Dan Burns. Like, what kind of stupid mismatch is that? Yeah. 57 minutes in. So let's see what McAllister's on. Ball comes in. Back post, headed across, cleared away by Brighton. It's a nice competitive game now. They've got themselves back into it. Haven't really seen too much of Matoma today at Brighton. It's gone a bit quiet. Amron versus Estepanan is a great battle. I must say, it's a great watch. Oh, yes. Let me stop the timer. It's half time, of course, in the European fixtures. Bayer Leverkusen fuming with the rest. Jose and Roma have them rattled exactly where they want them. Sevilla robbed of a pen. Second half, I suggest you watch. Second half just kicked off, has it? All right, well, let's take a look at what's going on in the second half. I'm going to leave West Ham and AZ for a little bit. Keep the Brighton game on. Just keep the rotation going. Because I have no idea. But the lack of quality in that game is alarming. I wouldn't be surprised if that finished 0-0. We will be there. Ferguson leads for goals by teenagers this season with 4. Garnacho with 3. In behind, here we go. Brighton again. Oh, tried to find Matoma. And failed. Really good game, have to say so far. Cut up to the 60th minute now. There's going to be substitutions for Newcastle at last. I don't know if it's a double by Eddie Howe, but he is making changes. I think there might be an injury. Should be interesting now. Willock injury. Yeah. Unisoni enjoys suffer ball. What a shame. That's what someone said in the comments. Yo, I don't enjoy it. I appreciate it. Sometimes it needs to be done like tonight. Listen, if Mourinho gets through to the final, they'll quickly forget about the suffer ball because they'll be celebrating. You know, I think the thing is with the suffer ball is that you absolutely have to get the results, because if you don't get the results, you didn't get anything from it. You didn't get any entertainment, and you also didn't get the result. Whereas if you play good football, you can at least take that. You know, so I think, but yeah, you know, it's everybody wants results at the end of the day, regardless. Even if you play good football, if you don't get the results, then it's a long day as well. But I'd rather play well than play like crap, for sure, because that shit's tough to watch. Do you think Poch will start Mount if he stays? Well, let's see if Mount actually stays before we decide if he starts. You know what I mean? Like, he's not even got a contract yet. So let's see if Mount actually still plays for this club. He's gonna have to walk before he runs on that one. Who's down? Somebody else is down now for Newcastle. Who is down now? Headache. Any means necessary to get that trophy. Yeah. Well, look, bro, it should really be free for Newcastle, man. That Almiron chance was really, really important. Big chance. I think if you just put a little bit more conviction behind the volley, then that's done. And again, it's such a big turning point in the game, because that could have been 3-0, and then they go up the other end with that pass and make it 2-1. Suddenly now the game's on his head. Could have been game over if he just puts that in the back of the net. If you hit that with enough power, keeper can't really save it, because it's just going to deflect off him and go in. It's because he kind of just cushioned it into the goalkeeper. Try and keep it on target. He didn't want to lash at it. I've not seen any of Matoma today. My days. I'm actually like kind of shocked with how like Matoma has just been a non-factor in this game. Like, we've not spoken about him at all. He's just not even on the radar. He's not even on the list. It's mad. So irrelevant on this match right now. Trippier's just had him wrapped up. Yeah. He's had him absolutely wrapped up. Listen, Estepanan being better than Cucurella it's obviously it's easy to say that now, isn't it? I mean, Estepanan's playing well, Cucurella's playing awful, but Cucurella was player of the year at Brighton last year and was playing brilliantly. So I think it's more of a confidence issue, and the personal stuff he's had going on, and also just coming to realization that some parts of his game is just not that great. You know, like clearly he's one of those players that, in terms of going forward, doesn't seem to always know what runs he needs to make. Or underlapping, overlapping, it's just not a strong suit. What a save from Still. Oh, cleared away again off the line, blocked. How are they escaping, Brighton? How? I don't understand how they're escaping. They should be 3-1 down. Joe Linton. Oh my God. Wow. How are they getting away with this? Still is making big saves as well. I don't know how they're surviving. I really don't know how they're surviving through this. This is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy. Some of the goalkeeping today, some of the saves that we've seen, they don't make any sense. Don't make any sense. Courtois yesterday, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Watch Brighton finessed us. This is like Graham Potter Brighton today. Hacked away again. Oh man. Like I said, I kind of need Newcastle to win, because I think the worst thing that could happen this season, from this moment now, the worst thing that could happen this season is that Liverpool and Manchester United could both qualify for the top 4. Newcastle slips out and goes into Europa League. I think that's the worst. It's the worst thing that could happen, if I'm thinking about it. Like, if Man United drop out, we laugh. If Liverpool drop out, we laugh. But if both of them make it, and Newcastle, who have had a really strong campaign, don't, that would be awful. So right now, I just need Newcastle to win. Just get top 4, because I want to see Newcastle in the Champions League, and I want to see what they do in the summer. Like, I'm quite intrigued. I'm not really intrigued with Liverpool and United with what they're doing, but with Newcastle, I'm intrigued. I want to know what they do reaction wise to the Champions League football, because maybe they probably didn't expect it. You know, they probably expected maybe at a push they'll qualify for some European competition, but to qualify for the Champions League in your first full season, which is Eddie Howe, is ridiculous. It's insane. So, you know, what are they going to do in the market? Who are they going to bring in? I'm just very intrigued to see what happens. So they're just more of an unknown quantity, and never seen them in the Champions League before in my life. And I'm going to be covering it next year. So I'd rather see Newcastle play in the Champions League than both of those teams. When were they last in Europe? I'm not sure, you know. I'm really not sure. I don't know if it was the Intertoto Cup. I think that would probably be it. I think the Intertoto Cup in the maybe like 2009, 7. I don't know, that kind of. But sorry, you're talking about when was they last in the Champions League? Oh, is that what you asked? Yeah, I have no idea. 03. Yeah, 03. Yes, and yeah, under Pardew they made Europa League, because obviously Dribble Cisse, and just wide of the post header from Suso. Cisse and Demba Ba and Johan Cabaye and Ben Arfa and all of those French talents took them to a really, really good 5th place finish. They were brilliant that season. I think they finished ahead of us. They definitely beat us at the bridge. And they were just brilliant. Unbelievable team. Really, really good. Nearly 2-2. Yeah, just wide. They're going to go long. Pope. Up and cleared again. If both these games are 0-0, these European games, by the time this Brighton game is over, I'm going to go get a Red Bull and I'm going to come back for Big Six because, you know, I need a Red Bull, do you know what I mean? And these men are moving mad. I'm not going to lie. If these lot don't get a goal, I'm going to do a goal bridge and just I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to just keep it stepping because I've done a lot of shows today and these men are not helping with their lack of goals. Like, you know, we're like 6 shows deep. At least give us some entertainment, man. These European games have been awful. Like really, really bad. And now they're reminding me why I don't ever watch the Conference League because it's a terrible watch. It's a terrible watch. You're predicting a draw in the Brighton game. 70 minutes gone. Here we are. Brighton in possession. They have stepped it up a little bit, but nah, to be honest, that's a lie. They haven't stepped up anything. Newcastle have just been the better team, man. Like Newcastle have had the better chances in the first and the second half. They should be 3-1 up, but for some big saves, Newcastle should win this. Like, unless the last 20 minutes really does change into Brighton's favour, they should be winning this because they've been the far better team. Sorry, time is missing. Yeah. Second half's kicked off in the Europa League games. I get the timer going up now. Let me just first of all settle on which one I'm watching, so I can put an accurate timer up for you. But yeah, West Ham 0-0 in their game. Yeah. All right. Time is coming up. Yeah, these men are trying to take the piss. I can't lie. Is this what Lawless has been watching? Lord heavens. I have to ring that boy. I might have to ring him, bro, because this is ridiculous. Is he? All right. Let me see. Yeah, let me give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go, guys. Let's see. I'm giving him a ring. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if he picks up. He might not. He might not, because he's definitely kind of like, he's kind of watching it with a group, so he might. No, he's not. It's a very much beer with the boys scenario. He's not gonna clock that I'm calling him. He's not gonna clock. I was about to call him and cuss him for this game. I was about to call him and cuss him for this game that I'm watching because it's so bad. It is horrendous. Oh my days. It's so bad. Yeah, I did try it, but failed. Bruv, why am I should call Saeed, bruv? What am I doing? Saeed's always around, man. Me and him just on a serious graft with all these watchalongs. It's so awful, honestly. The European games are disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Brother!
Matisse.
Hello, brother! I regret doing these European games.
I told you, man. though.
I know you literally told me, but I was already doing them, and obviously the chat were like, "Yo, make sure you watch Newcastle Brighton as well, because otherwise it's a long day."
Bro, this at the Europa League, it's just not giving that feel. Since we've been out of the Europa League, it's not giving that feel.
It's so bad. And I'm watching West Ham. I'm watching West Ham, and this is toilet. Oh my god,
bro, it's toilet. I don't know, man. I was just chatting to the chat here saying, has the away goal rule
ruined?
Made things a little bit like more pragmatic, a little bit everyone's on edge.
Yeah, maybe maybe the away goal rule might have killed it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, but then again, to be fair, last season it was quality. The Champions League,
Europa League was really good last year. I was just saying to the people about Rangers versus Dortmund. It was a brilliant game. It was a great game.
Dortmund was excellent.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is rough.
Bro, I just seen it and I was like, yo, this has been a good game. You know?
Yeah, it is. I am watching this Newcastle Brighton game now as well. It's a good game. I think Newcastle should be like 3 or 4-1 up, but
yeah. Newcastle have disgusting amount of chances. They've missed so many sitters, but I think tactically, if they win their next game now, it's done. They don't even need to beat you at Stamford Bridge.
Nah, it's true. Yeah, they can seal it on the next game.
See how against Leicester, and then after that, that's pretty much done.
And that, so they just really need to win this. Like, they just need to hold on. Obviously, Brighton have got
they
man.
Need to hold on. I think they will. I think the thing with Brighton, they either beat you 3-0 or they huff and puff.
The thing is, they got games in hand. They got Southampton on Sunday. They might have a crowned Man City on Wednesday that they might be able to beat, because Man City might just rest.
Oh, that's true, you know.
And then it's just a free hit against Villa on the last day.
Yeah, you know what it is. I think low key, all these games in hand have kind of messed it all up. You know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, the momentum and everything. I don't know. Obviously, this is a wild season because of the World Cup, but I do believe like it's kind of killed off the occasion a little bit, because certain teams don't have nothing to play for. Certain teams do.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, man.
Well, do you know what? This is probably the first season in a while where there's just nothing to be decided outside of the Europa League place. Like, top 4's done. You man are going to get it. League's done. Yeah. League is done. Like, relegation. Yeah, there's three teams there. Nottingham Forest almost out. This is not much drama.
No.
We had Man City versus Liverpool to the last 20 minutes last year.
Yeah, I know, man. Arsenal let it down, didn't it, man? You know what I mean?
They ruined it.
It could have been a bit more spicy, and Arsenal they're cool, man.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure Matisse would have allowed it to kind of fizzle out a little bit more.
Nah. We had to shut that shit down. Shut that party down immediately. Yeah, man.
When it was time to go home, he took the ball and he went home.
Yeah. I'm that guy. Arsenal wanted to kick ball. I just picked up the ball and said, "Listen, I'm going home, guys. We're not kicking ball no more."
Yo, that's crazy, man. Whoever did that, man, like that was so bad, man. That was so bad.
Oh, it's mad.
But yeah, man, it's just Liverpool are doing what they can do. Obviously, they're relying on Man United to lose against Bournemouth.
Yeah,
they didn't rely. They're relying on Man United more, because I feel like Newcastle's they're kind of like, I don't know what's the word I'm trying to say, but like they only need to win one more game and it's pretty much done. If you know what I mean.
It's the same situation for both of you. You're both on the same point, same games played. It's just that I think goal difference wise, your goal difference is not great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Goal difference wise, it's almost like a point for them. So
yeah.
It's a Bournemouth game for me, and then after that, I think we deal with you lot.
Yeah, no, you will.
That's it.
Yeah. I was gonna do the Conference League final, but I'm not sure now.
When is that?
I think it's early June. I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
but
so.
Hopefully West Ham make it, man. They're winning now.
Yeah, if they don't make it, then I don't know what's wrong with them, because the team they're playing against is horrendous.
Feyenoord, isn't it?
No, AZ.
AZ, yeah, that's it. AZ.
Feyenoord would have actually been a good game, I think. But
Feyenoord, yeah. They were in the Europa League. They got beat by. Who did they get beat by in the Europa League?
I think it was Roma. I think.
Roma. Okay,
yeah, it was Roma. Yeah, it was Roma. That was it. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this Brighton team, they just look all out of sorts, man. Like, this is what I'm saying. You know what they need to do next season? They just need to get a bit more consistency in their forms and also get a striker in. So you get a striker in
Yeah.
and get some goals in their team.
They do. Well, they got Ferguson, isn't it?
Ferguson, but I think they need one more.
Yeah, I think so.
Reliable, maybe.
Maybe a bit older as well.
A bit more older. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who they can get in Europe or in the Premier League, but I reckon they could do that.
Who could they get in the Prem? What a save. Declan Rice trying to pop it from range.
No, they won't get that. They won't get him.
Who could they get to play up front?
Trying to think of a profile. They could get Scamacca, you know.
Scamacca, yeah. Remember when we were saying Scamacca? Yeah, Scamacca's a shout, you know.
He managed him at Sassuolo.
I think he did, you know. Yeah, he did. He would have. Yeah, he would have managed him at Sassuolo. That's a good shout.
Wow.
Scamacca to Brighton. Yeah.
That's a Brighton. I can't believe he's hardly played. I know he's been injured.
Yeah, Scamacca to Brighton. That would be a shout. I like that shout, you know. That's a great shout. That's a great shout. That's a great shout.
Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon so.
Especially if David Moyes is staying there next.
That's why. Especially this game, I'm turning this off.
Yeah, I'm gone. especially if David Moyes is staying, then Scamacca really should probably keep it moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Scamacca.
Yeah.
Lee Chappie says
Basel scored.
We are going down. It's a good question though, because I said Caicedo is better technically than Kante, and there's a guy here saying Blaze Superchat says sorry Saeed, but you're wrong. Kante is way better technically than Caicedo. We see Kante nutmeg people and remember his first goal against United. Yeah, I think for me Caicedo technically better. I think
Kante is underrated technically. I think the issue with Kante is that when it comes to dropping deeper, I wouldn't be so sure about him in the first phase receiving the ball under the press. Whereas Caicedo's, that's his bread and butter. Like, he's very good at that.
He's very comfortable as well.
Yeah,
technical security for Caicedo is next level. But as a box to box,
Kante can't pass as well. Like, he can't pass that well.
Yeah, exactly. But
can't pass that well.
And also that, that's bad. Yeah, no.
Kante's final ball's a bit dead. So,
well, big up to Blaze anyway, man. Appreciate the donation.
Let's see what's being said.
I don't know, man.
Basel have scored. That's great. Absolutely starving, fam. Basel have scored in the Conference League. Yeah.
Wow. Basel back in the day, man. They used to be good, man.
We are starving. Yeah, they were Champions League. They were Champions League team.
Yeah, they beat us.
Oh.
Lee Champ said I need a miracle. Newcastle, sorry, Lee, I don't think you're beating Leicester, man. I don't. Oi, the two Paraguayans, man. They're both Paraguayan, you know. And Suso and
Oh yeah. Almiron.
They don't like each other. I don't think they've met on international duty yet.
Maybe not. They haven't become brethren yet. Guys, smash up the likes. We're almost at 200. Let's get it, people. It's been a rough one.
Yeah, just something to say. It's the end of the season feel, bro.
Bruv, these European games, they owe me money.
No. Next season, I ain't on this one, man. I ain't on Europa League next season.
No, this is actually wild. Man tried to take his taste buds and bring them down to this platter, and it's not good.
Oh,
it's not good. I can't lie. How is it 0-0 in all three of these games? Fucking hell. We have Juventus and Sevilla as well, and that's 0-0. Like, what is really going on here?
Yeah. Championship YouTube will kill me, Said. Bro, I'm telling you, man, Barnsley away. But what do you think? What do you make of that battle? What do you make of Coventry versus Luton in the Premier League next season? One of them. What do you make of that?
I want Luton. I was saying to the chat, I want Luton just because for the stadium, I want to see how they do what they do with it. I want to see Erling Haaland walking through the oak stand through people's houses and kitchens and bathrooms and shit to get into the ground.
but they have to make a stadium in 10,000 seats. They have to produce 10,000 more. Is it you're trying to say?
I don't think it's 10,000 more. I don't know. What's the minimum capacity for Premier League? They have 10,000 capacity. I know Bournemouth definitely don't have 20,000.
So they're gonna knock down one stand at whole stand basically.
Their issue is not even just capacity; it's they don't have a technical area or any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, they need safety, man. Where's Brighton? Where's
They
Coventry?
don't have comment. Yeah, they don't have a commentary box. They don't have none of that.
Coventry have got as big a stadium as yours.
Yeah, MK Don's got 30k. They're in League 2.
Yeah.
What's Coventry's capacity?
Coventry, Coventry, man. I remember, you know what I mean? Them players, man. Back in the day, Huckabee and them, man. You know, Haji. You know, Bournemouth jarring, man. I don't know, man. I just think their stadium, man, they should be able to get. And they've been in the Premier League for a while now, man. Come on, man. Like, upgrade now.
Man said you need to. On, man says you need to spend.
Nah, seriously, though, man. You need to spend some money now, man. Now, get a stadium, man. Now, be serious, man. You can't have 11,500.
Yeah, 11,500 at Bournemouth. Is that the number? Fuck.
Yeah, man.
That's actually mad.
They've got more fans than that, man.
That's actually crazy. 11,500. Look how long they've been in the Prem. They need to fix. No, they need to fix up, man. They've been there since Matt Ritchie days and Callum Wilson. Nah, they're taking the piss. They've been there for time under Eddie Howe. Nah, they're taking the piss. They need to sort that out. That's crazy. The piss, these men had they had who did they have? Callum Wilson, Jordan Ibe.
Yeah.
Jordan Ibe
played for them.
Yeah, Jordan Ibe.
Oh yeah.
What?
And then also they had obviously Stanislas in his prime.
Stanislas, yeah.
Jefferson Lerman's been there for decades, mate. He's a veteran over there, man.
Mad.
Yo,
Coventry Stadium capacity is nuts.
Yeah,
Middlesbrough was 30k as well. Riverside.
Middlesbrough, man. Michael Carrick let me down, man.
Stadium
I don't know what
alive.
happened with it, man.
Yeah, what happened there?
Both teams cocked up, man. Like
Sunderland as well with Diallo. They were meant to be Josh King, Ake. Bruv, these man had they had Nathan Ake, bruv. Nah, this is not on. This is not on.
I'm saying, man.
This is actually not on.
They just pressed the hell out of them in a small stadium. They were just.
Oh, what a save! Almost equalizer. West Ham nearly conceded. Big save.
That's crazy.
4 minutes to go in this Brighton game, and I'm out of here.
I'm telling you, man. Guys, I'm going to get a quick shower, man, for the big six.
You must suffer.
I'm telling you, man.
Nah, these European games are... I'm not impressed.
And then we're ready for the Big Steve show.
Yeah, do you know what? That's what I was saying to the people. I was like, do you know what? I've done so many shows today. I did the preview with Abby for DR. Then I did the All You Can Eat. Then I did the rant show. You did the rant show today as well.
Yeah.
Then I did a breaking news for Loftus Cheek. Now this watch along them big six.
Oh yeah, yo, listen. Loftus Cheek, man.
Yeah, he's going to AC Milan. I think that's good.
I think that for me, when I look at career choices, that's a good career choice.
That's a great bro. Him on the left channel with Theo Hernandez and Leao. Oh my days, bro. If he can get back to what he was doing under Sarri, but in a slower league, so it might even look a bit easier for him. Oh, it could be mad. It could be wild, bro. Yeah, man.
And he will look like his physical specimen will just be bullying them little, you know.
Bro, you got players like Mkhitaryan and Ashley Young and Darmian out there and Kolarov and that, bro. Loftus Cheek's gonna look like a 21-year-old out there. Yo.
26 going on 20.
The way they age in Serie A is crazy. It's like the Grandad's League. Bro, Edin Dzeko's over there, 37, Giroud, Ibrahimovic, bro. It's the Grandad's League. You got a bit of pace and you're bro. Look what Lookman was doing out there. You get a bit. He wasn't really kicking it in the Prem like that. Lookman ripped them up. If you get a bit of pace and trickery, you're ripping up the whole league.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, it's crazy. That's why Lukaku loves it out there. Oh my days.
Yeah, Newcastle exactly.
Oh, it's gonna be 3. Oh, it's 3. It's wraps. It's done.
3-1.
Done. 3-1. Callum Wilson, bruv. Finished.
Well, where can I run from? there.
Yeah,
Though.
brilliant.
And that was a nice finish, man.
Top four.
That's it, top 4, man.
Champions League football for Newcastle.
Football, man.
Beautiful.
There we go. Lovely goal, man. Naive from Brighton's point of view.
Yeah.
He was going for the game. And a bang, sucker punch. 3.
They just pressed them high. They've only got a minute left. They may as well risk trying to equalise to concede. But
no, they deserve it, man. You know what? Newcastle,
they played really well. Yeah. They've played brilliantly.
They've been consistent, good, and they score more than 2 goals a game, man.
Yeah, man.
Like,
nah, they deserve it.
They score goals, man.
They deserve it.
Sorry. Bye-bye. Oh, that was poor from Caicedo, though.
Mm.
And poor from Ricardo. Trying to play him on side. But yeah, nice little run. The keeper, though, I don't know what the keeper's on, though, still.
Bro, still made that goal huge.
Oh, Almiron, okay, it wasn't familiar. Damn.
You know what? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god! It's 4.
Oh my days.
Oh my god!
Already from the
Oh my god!
Oh my days.
Yeah.
Callum Wilson, that was
Yeah, Newcastle.
From 4-1.
Yeah, Newcastle have arrived.
That is good of Gamerish.
Yeah, they said Arsenal, we'll do what you didn't, Ray. We'll do what you didn't do. They said let us handle this, Arsenal. Let us handle this, bro.
Wow.
Yo, Newcastle have arrived.
Newcastle are here.
Shit,
man.
bro.
Keep up with the scores, man.
Shit.
You know what I mean? It's a game, man. I told you about this game, man.
Yeah, it's facts, bro.
We're doubting me. They were saying, Europa League, we want Europa League.
Bro, I'm giving them Europa League and I'm out here starving.
Bro, man.
I can't even breathe.
Liverpool in the mud.
Bro, Europa League trying to kill me tonight. It's disgusting. Juventus have scored. They've got a goal in their game. Yeah, Juventus have scored.
That's going to extra time then. Definitely.
Yeah, I will not be there.
No, we will not be there.
We will not be there. We will not.
We're not going to actually need that, you know, because he's been playing poor last
Actually, I think it was 1-1 on aggregate, so I think they're in the lead now on aggregate. I think.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is.
I think Vlahovic has scored, hasn't he? Finally, 67 minutes in, we have our first goal in Europe. Well, obviously, we're not counting Basel, Florentino, because ain't nobody got time for that. 1-1 in that game. Jesus. Yo, Bruno Guimaraes is feisty, you know. That celebration. Hella feisty.
That is, yeah, man. It's just letting people know, innit?
Yeah, he's just letting people know that he's arrived. I'm coming to Manny tomorrow, people, for the first time. Coming to Manny.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Come on.
See what Manny's saying. I'm going to be there the whole day. Man's getting that off-peak ticket.
Off-peak ticket, bro. I'm telling you.
You know where it is, bro. You know where it is.
Have you got a real card, buddy? Have you got a real card?
Nah, I don't business with that. TFL only.
Yeah.
Man does not come out of the 9 zones. I don't.
It's worth it, man. For me, it's worth it.
Yeah, for you, it's worth it. I don't leave the 9 zones. I do not leave the 9 zones, bro. I'm telling you.
The 9 zones.
Yeah, we don't leave.
Guys, man.
If the oyster don't tap, we don't go. We don't go any further. We don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
We don't go anywhere.
You were right. I told you, man. Believe in me. Watchalongs, we're here, man. I'm telling Matisse. You know, rival Watchalongs, you can't miss it, man.
You can't miss them. What a game. What a game. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, why didn't you finish it, man? It could have been 5. Callum Wilson, man. What a chance. You got to take that.
Oh, let me see this.
We want violence, bro. Bro, it's such a tame finish. Oh, man, I wanted violence, bro. No, that's crazy. You got to put that in, man.
You could have had a hat trick tonight, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why him and Antonio do podcast together, man.
Bro.
Callum Wilson is well better than Antonio as a striker.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird match. Would have been better if he did it with. It would have been better if he did it with Ivan Toney, because then we could have found out about the whole betting thing.
Yeah.
They're both trying to, like, they should have called it like trying to break into England. Trying to, I don't know, trying to overstep Harry Kane or something like that. They're both kind of banging in the goals, second and third choice.
They got Blaze. No, I didn't, man. I didn't say that. I think one of the guys in the chat said that. Took true to the last goal. Kante's clear of him on the ball, but I'll still take Caicedo now. Yeah, of course, bro.
Of course you take Caicedo now. No one's taking Kante over Caicedo now, unless you're living in 2015.
Roma had one shot all game, apparently. That's what they're saying.
Bro, it's been horrendous, bro. Mourinho's stinking out the gaff. I left that game. I can't lie. People are saying that Grizz must be crying Newcastle.
Bro, Grizz cried. It's asking you for favors and all that, man.
Bro, I told him, and he was like, "Yo, man, just do me one favor." I said, "Bro, you know you need both of them to drop points twice." He was like, "Oh, no, never mind, never mind." Yo,
welcome to the Champions League, man. They've literally basically done it, man. They need to avoid defeat against Newcastle, Leicester, which they're gonna win anyway, and they're gonna avoid defeat, and that's it. Top four's done.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna beat Leicester, bro. They'll be fine. Yeah. They'll be fine, and if they don't, they'll beat us. So it's all G.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it's mad.
Imagine
the
lads. Come on.
There's 20 minutes left to go in European games. That's break time.
Dave says you and Matisse need to protect each other on Big Six. Bro, we're gonna let you have his say, and then we're gonna come back.
I'm not gonna lie. I've already waved the white flag, bro.
Yeah, that's it. So
like,
just let him have his say.
Steve is gonna cook, man. He's gonna cook.
Yeah.
Steve's gonna cook.
To be fair, I think for me, he can cook, but the thing is, like, let him enjoy his success first, and enjoy what you're all about, and that's something that not final.
People are telling me to get involved, like I'm not 12th. Like, come on now, I don't need or 11th. I don't need Big Steve talking about my team now. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put myself out there to be exposed. Like, I'm gonna let Steve cook about City, and hopefully he just forgets about my team, because I can't be dealing with that. He hasn't even spoke on Graham Potter. Did he speak on? Was he on the show when Graham Potter was here? I think he was on a couple of times. I think. Was Big Steve on when Graham Potter was in charge, or did he miss all that?
I think because it was last season at Real Madrid when he left.
But he must have done. He must have done a couple of appearances, isn't it? No.
Yeah, you know what? To be fair, he did. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
He would have cooked him. And then he's gonna cook. Now he's gonna cook Lampard. That's long. Oh, here they go. Oh, that touch. No, man, that touch.
Fiorentina, man, they should be. They're not in the Conference League, are they? What are they in?
Yeah, they're playing Basel right now.
Basel, yeah, they scored. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, they are. Yeah. That's the best game of the night. Should have watched that.
What do you reckon? Newcastle should go and get in the summer. Like, if you have to pick 3 or 4 positions.
They need to get 2 midfielders, I think.
And left
back. Left back. I think Kieran Tierney they're linked with. Maddison's really injury prone, but he's really good.
And
Suso. Enzo Lafia I've been talking about on this show. He would be a very shrewd. He'd be a very shrewd signing, I think. Give them something different. Be like a nice creative 10 for them. I don't know why they don't just. I don't know, man. Like, do they want to go and break banks, or do they want to go and be sensible? Because
full time.
There's some big names out there that they could attract.
That's it. Full time.
Is that full time? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here come West Ham. Oh, Bowen. Oh, lucky.
Yeah.
Unlucky, son. Unlucky.
Big up.
Oh, Sevilla Heritage has kicked in. Oh shit. Sevilla are awake.
They're awake, man. They want to stay until the next game. But listen, people, I need to have a quick shower. I'm going, Matisse.
In a bit, brother. Big up, brother.
I'll catch you in the Big Six.
Yeah, we got a long night ahead of us.
Yeah, you got another long night, man. But we're here. Love, bro.
Big up. In a bit. Guys, I'm going to wrap up. I know these games are still going. There's 15 minutes, but I need all the time I can get. I mean, I don't know. Am I gonna really get anything from these lot tonight, or are they gonna come and bore the crap out of me? There's only 15 minutes to go. Are we even gonna get a goal? It's been a really poor night of European football for these fixtures that we're covering. It's been peak. I cannot lie to you. But Sevilla have scored, so I guess that is something to maybe keep an eye on. Maybe we'll watch that. Let's take a look at this Sevilla goal for the equalizer. I'm just seeing it on the replay. Skip past. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Is that Suso? Hey, Suso, the former Liverpool player. What a finish. What a finish that is. That was nasty. 1-1. Obviously, if this goes to extra time, we're not involved. But what a finish. What a finish, man. What a finish. That's mad. That's actually mad. That's a mad finish from Suso. From it, yeah, AC Milan as well. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Yeah, he's had a couple of big moves that have not really gone his way, not really worked out. I don't know how he's doing this season at Sevilla, but to be fair, Sevilla have had a struggle of a season in La Liga. This Sevilla Juventus game, what is that kit, by the way? That red and blue kit for Juventus. That's looking a bit mad. Joining from Saeed's channel. Big up Midway. Appreciate it, brother. Big up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a madness. Sevilla Juventus. If this ends in a draw 2-2, then I don't know, man. Like, these men will have to go to extra time. This West Ham game is horrendous, by the way. I have to tell you that right now. This West Ham game is absolutely horrendous. It's so bad. It's so bad. More than you can believe how bad it is. No quality in the game whatsoever. Which is such a shame, because West Ham do have good players, but they've just... Listen, they're ahead. West Ham are doing a bit of a Jose Mourinho right now. They're more than happy to stink the place out and just get out and go to the final. Both the West Ham and Mourinho, Roma, just stinking out the joint. But Newcastle Brighton was a great game. It was a great game. So thankfully we've seen that. Big up Midway. What a finish, man. What a finish, man. Just flew. You know what? It's the power. Absolutely flew past the goalkeeper. Crazy dip and power on that. Vlahovic goal was slapped in. I need to see that goal. I ain't seen that. Yeah, I haven't really been watching Sevilla Juventus at all. I've been watching. I watched Newcastle Brighton. I'm watching the West Ham game, and I've been watching Roma versus Bayern for Jose Mourinho. But yeah, Juventus Sevilla, the atmosphere looks unbelievable and just looks like a good game. To be fair, looks like a good game. It's the only good game of the night. The only one. Only one. Let me see if I can get off. Oh shit. Pressed the wrong button. Let's see if we can get off. We will be there. But yeah, by Leverkusen, Roma, they're going to stink it out. I was saying in the first half, Sevilla versus Juve, even with the no goals, was entertaining. Yeah, you were. I wanted to give West Ham a chance tonight to capture my attention, but they have been dire. And I should have saw it. To be fair, like West Ham, I thought we might get something, but the Mourinho one, I should have seen Mourinho coming, man. Mourinho was always going to do this. Mourinho was always going to come and stink out the place. Always. Proper stink, man. Proper stink out. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up. I'm not going to stay for the whole game because 15 minutes left in these games, and I'm going to take a break because I've done a lot of content today. We've got Big Six in 25 minutes. So, yeah, I'm going to go get a Red Bull. I need to have energy for that because we already know it's going to be fireworks. It's going to be a long day. We already know that. So, Guys, make sure you subscribe, smash up the likes if you haven't already. It's be absolutely typical if I go now and the goals start crashing in, but that's the risk I'm willing to take because it has been bleak. So big up your damn selves. Until the next one, I'll see you guys next time. I will be covering, obviously, just the one game this weekend, Man City, Chelsea. Saturday, I'll be on DR. So it'll be a good Saturday football show there. Until next time, big up. In a bit, people. Peace.
Perfect.